You never really notice how broken your soul has become until the person who promised to love you becomes the reason you stop recognizing yourself. My name is Danielle, and for 7 years, I lived in a house that looked like love from the outside, but inside, it was a battlefield. When I first met Marcus, he was everything I thought I ever wanted. Charming, protective, the kind of man who'd open doors, who'd say, "I got you," and make you believe he really did. But somewhere between the "I love yous" and "you're mine," his protection turned into possession, his love turned into control, and his words, those sweet words that once lifted me, started cutting deeper than any slap ever could. He'd say, "Danielle, you'd be nothing without me." And I'd whisper, "Maybe he's right." That's how it begins. Not with bruises, but with small cracks in your spirit. It got worse after we got married. The night he first hit me, he cried afterward. Held me so tight I could barely breathe. He said, "Baby, you know I didn't mean it. You just make me crazy sometimes." And I believed him. Because when you love someone, you start to think pain is just part of passion. But it wasn't love. It was ownership. Every bruise had a story. Every silence was survival. And every morning, I'd paint over the pain with makeup and a smile, just to make it through the day. That night, I remember the floor was cold. I remember my head spinning. I remember him yelling something about dinner being late, then the room went black. When I woke up, there was beeping, the sound of a heart monitor, and bright white lights above me. I was in the hospital. Marcus sat beside me, holding my hand. He looked terrified, but not for me, for himself. When the nurse came in, he spoke first. "My wife's been under a lot of stress. She fainted. I told her to rest." He smiled at the nurse, and the nurse smiled back, not knowing that my body told a different story. I wanted to scream, to tell her the truth, but my lips wouldn't move, because fear has a way of silencing you, even when your soul is begging to speak. When we got home, he was different, gentle, almost loving again. He cooked dinner, he played music, he even kissed my forehead and said, "See, we're fine. You just need to stop overreacting." But that night, when I looked in the mirror, I saw someone I didn't recognize. My eyes were dull, my face was swollen, and behind me, in the reflection, I saw his shadow watching me. That's when something inside me snapped. The part of me that wanted to live woke up. The next morning, while he was at work, I packed one bag. Just one. And I left. I didn't go to my mother's, didn't tell a soul. I went to a women's shelter, miles away, where nobody knew my name. For the first time in years, I slept without fear. They helped me file a report, showed me my own medical photos, and they realized just how close I came to dying that night. Weeks later, he showed up outside the shelter crying, said he'd changed, said he couldn't live without me. He even brought flowers, lilies, my favorite. But I didn't open the door, because I finally understood a man who hurts you and then pretends to save you isn't your healer. He's your poison. It took time, therapy, tears, nights of questioning why I stayed so long. But one day, I looked in the mirror again, and this time, I saw me, the woman who survived, the woman who refused to die pretending to be loved. If you're listening to this and you've been where I've been, please hear me. Love does not hurt. Love does not break your bones or your spirit. And if someone ever pretends to care while they're the one destroying you, walk away. You don't owe them your silence. You owe yourself your peace. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to Soul Speak Stories and press the bell icon so you never miss the next story that speaks to your soul.